What's going on, everyone? It's your Rifle here, and welcome back to another 5 unmarked locations around Fallout 4. These are otherwise known as secondary locations in the Vault Dweller Survival Guide. This is episode 7, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying this series. If you want to see more of these episodes, be sure to check the description. I added the playlist of this series in there. Anyways, I'm going to be starting this first location off right inside Mass Pike Tunnel East. Once inside, just follow the tunnel, and while you are making your way through, you will encounter enemies, and not to mention some decent loot to scavenge, but sooner or later, you will run into this bus once you get deep enough into the tunnel. And on board is something very odd. I don't know what's with these teddy bears that they decide to add in randomly all around. Once you get on this bus, you will notice a lot of teddy bears are on board, and not to mention riding on the bus that says "are welcome" with a teddy bear family below, and not to mention the welcome mat that's at the entrance of this bus. And behind these curtains in here, it looks like some doctoring is going on, and there is also a teddy bear that looks like it is driving the bus. What the heck is going on here? It's odd, but funny at the same time. There will be also some loot to scavenge on the bus as well. But yeah, that's about it for this location. Up next, I have for you guys a location called Water Street Apartments, and it'll be located right around this area on the map. A good thing to keep an eye out to find this place is the now leasing sign next to the apartments. Inside there will of course be loot to scavenge, and a door that really has no meaning to pick it unless you want that little bit of experience, or if you're OCD and you must pick every locked door you encounter, then okay, you might have a reason to pick this door. There will also be an elevator that you can ride up, but before you take that elevator, be sure to check the fridge inside here. You will notice another strange teddy bear placement that looks as if it's sleeping in the fridge, and some blocks below it that says it's late. Pretty strange, but anyways, once you decide to take the elevator up, there will be what looks as if a pretty cool raider sniper post. Just follow the route that I take. Past this creepy clapping monkey, there will be some loot to scavenge up here as well, if you want. This next location is called Pearwood Residences, and it will be located right around this cluster on the map. It will have a red door to enter. Just make sure you look for a destroyed building. Actually, there's tons of destroyed buildings. Just try to go to the location that I showed you on the map. That's just a horrible guidance for you guys. Yeah, look for that destroyed building among the other millions of destroyed buildings. Keep in mind this is a super mutant's playground around this vicinity. Anyways, once inside, you will notice a skeleton that didn't quite make it to his lunch. Of course, along with some loot to scavenge around inside here, there will be an elevator that takes you up as well in here, and I have to say, it takes you to the best looking place to take a poop at, in my opinion. One beautiful view up here, along with some meds to scavenge. There will be loot below you as well. Feel free to travel around on the rooftops to find some extra loot to scavenge. Just be careful, one wrong step could send you to your death. Anyway, speaking of rooftops, this next location will be all about that. One way up to these rooftops will be right around Shamrock Tap House. This place will be heavily guarded with enemies and turrets, so make sure you keep that in mind. When heading to the way up, you can find some extra loot to scavenge, but for the most part, you're just wanting to make your way to this hidden lift that actually takes you up to the top. It's pretty awesome how much details they add in that some people just pass up, and this is one of them that I actually enjoy. It's pretty cool how they have like shortcuts up to the rooftops. Once up here, you will notice that you will be able to travel from rooftop to rooftop up here like you're some kind of superhero. Be sure to be on the lookout for any loot to scavenge. There will be plenty up here, and some of them can be very easy to pass up, along with a lot of areas that will seem like a dead end, but they're really not. You will notice that there are plenty of ways to maneuver around up here. While you're up on these rooftops though, it will lead you to another unmarked location, which will be the next one I'm going to be showing you guys. Now, I understand that this would technically be the 5th location. I just feel as if there isn't that much in this unmarked location. And not to mention, this next area will actually lead you to the next unmarked area that I'm going to be showing y'all. And so I'm going to show you one more after this one. So I guess technically there's 6 unmarked locations in this one. But I'm not changing the series name. I'm still keeping it 5 unmarked locations. Just sometimes I will do this. I'll add in an extra one if the location kind of leads to another area to check out. Like this one I'm going to be showing you. This place is called Pinnacle High Rise up here. I love how there's an entrance at the top of these rooftops. It's pretty awesome. And there's some interesting scenarios inside. Not to mention loads of enemies to fight in here. Be sure to scavenge the extra loot around inside this place. There's not anything too special inside here to loot, but once again, it does have an elevator, and keep in mind you are really high up at the moment. Actually, there will be quite a few elevators that you have to take to make your way down to the exit of this place, unless you want to just exit back out of where you came in from up top. But anyways, once you finally get to the exit, you will notice that you are still extremely high up. You'll actually turn out to be on top of an elevated highway. And, well, this will lead you to the last unmarked location in this episode, and that is the Hub 360. If you take the route that I take from the exit of that Pinnacle High Rise, you will find out that there is actually a location over here called Hub 360 next to this rooftop pool area. And, well, there will be some more loot to scavenge around this place, but this will actually lead you into the Hub 360, like I was mentioning before. And there is multiple ways to enter the hub. This isn't the only way. But you will notice that it doesn't pop up on your map, so it can be pretty easy to pass up. There are some interesting scenarios inside the Hub 360, but not too much great loot to scavenge. Keep in mind there will be super mutants though that want you dead inside here, of course, so make sure to be cautious if you are a lower level. You do enter this place for part of a railroad quest, but I won't mention too much spoilers on quests in this series. Let's just say there is some secret loot in this place behind a wall that opens up. It's pretty cool, but nothing too out of this world inside there. And you won't be able to open up this secret door I'm talking about unless you are doing the quest. So don't be like, oh buddy, where is it? The quest will navigate you to the secret stash. Anyways, like the other unmarked resident areas I showed you, there is a way to travel to the top of this place by an elevator. There will be a decently tough super mutant fight at the top, guarding some loot to scavenge, not to mention one extremely beautiful view of the city up here. But anyways, something pretty awesome I found out while being up on this rooftop is one sweet jump you can perform and live without having anything special on. If you go over to what looks like a walking plank for a pirate ship and look over to the right, you can jump over toward the rooftop pool near the entrance that we entered from, and you can live by jumping over here. It's a pretty sweet jump. But keep in mind, one building down from this pool area there will be what looks like a place where people came to eat and enjoy the scenery while being at the Hub 360. And the reason why I say that is because there's an entrance into the Hub 360 on this rooftop area. But be careful when heading down to this area because there will be some more super mutants to fight. Anywho, just be sure to pick up the extra loot before heading back inside the Hub 360. Or however you make your way down. And on that note, there will be ways to get back down to ground level from inside the hub. But I guess that's our wrapping up episode 7 for 5 unmarked locations around Fallout 4. I hope you all have been enjoying this series, and I'm happy to see the great feedback some of you all have left for me creating this series. It's much appreciated. Thanks everyone for saying the kind words. And not to mention, thanks for staying engaged and actually watching the episode. And if you could, please remember to take a little bit of your time and leave a like. It's greatly appreciated. And if you're feeling really generous with your rifle, try sharing this video with someone. Every little bit helps tremendously, I'm not gonna lie. But in the end, it's entirely up to you. Feel free to dislike the video and comment, "You suck, rifle," if you want. I just like leaving a friendly reminder for you guys to support the video if you want to. You know, some people just simply forget, so that's why I add this little bit at the end. The choice is within your fingertips. But this has been your rifle, and remember to stay safe out there, everyone. And, well, if you haven't, subscribe and stay tuned for my other videos to come in the future. Peace.